Hi everyone, this is Alan Rosinski of Metro Manhattan Office Space. Good afternoon. I've talked about co-working spaces many times on this channel, and I thought it would be interesting to compare co-working and regular commercial office space given the excess commercial vacancies that we have in New York City today. First, let me address a few interesting psychological considerations relating to the two types of space. To start, why do you think people choose to rent co-working spaces in the first place? Is it really as simple as wanting to save money in order to avoid committing to a full commercial space lease? Generally speaking, there are two reasons why an individual or a very small team of people may consider a co-working space. For one, it would give them a business address. This is very important for a business that expects to receive physical mail or a type of business where customers expect to see an address on their business cards. I'm sure that you would agree that using your residential home address is a very bad idea, and a business address belonging to a prominent building in your city will always look better on a business card than a P.O. box address. Now, what else do people gain by renting a co-working space? Often, it's a psychological separation between home and work. Sometimes it's true that people can perform serious work while staying at home, and the recent pandemic has certainly put a lot of us through that test, as I'm sure you would agree. However, there are many people who work faster and more effectively when placed in a business environment. It can help them focus, make it easier for them to come up with new creative ideas, as well as avoid time-wasting personal activities. Since you're paying a hefty fee for being in a co-working space, you won't waste your time watching YouTube. Finally, a co-working space makes it easy to collaborate with others. For example, with a business partner, or even a few employees. It provides a neutral corporate territory where you can meet, discuss ideas, and work more efficiently together. Now, co-working spaces are not for everyone. There are many types of businesses that simply can't be operated in that type of environment. For example, you are likely not going to start an electronics repair business in a co-working space, or a law firm within a co-working space where you're constantly handling sensitive customer information and where every discussion with a client must remain private. A co-working space will also give you little to no brand presence in the way of a dedicated reception area with your company logo, staff names on the doors, which may erode the trust of your clients depending on your type of business. That said, there are situations where even a law firm may wish to obtain a co-working space in a different city. For example, in order to comply with local bar rules in a state where their work is being contracted. The one quality that all co-working spaces are best known for is flexibility. However, customers end up paying a considerable extra for that flexibility in terms of price per square foot when it comes to their actual work area, being forced to share amenities like meeting rooms with other co-working customers, higher ambient noise levels that may make it difficult to hold private phone conversations, generally reduced work privacy, and significantly reduced brand presence. Leasing demised commercial office space, on the other hand, will inevitably lock you into a multi-year leasing agreement, but it will demonstrate your commitment to your business, commitments to your employees, as well as the ability to scale the number of employees to better meet the needs of your clients. In turn, those clients will be impressed by seeing visually stronger branding, having a guarantee of privacy, easier handling of privileged documents and information, no limitation on meeting room usage, etc. You can also choose to work longer hours if needed, and even take an occasional power nap guilt-free without being judged by people you don't even know. Even though I exclusively represent tenants in their search for traditional office space here in Manhattan, it doesn't make any sense for me to discourage people from considering a co-working space if it fits their specific needs. The two types of spaces are very different, and choosing between them involves understanding many details and limitations that apply to each type, and then weighing them against the needs of your business. Let's talk about a few example scenarios to better understand those differences. You could be a manufacturer's representative, an independent salesperson, in which case having a physical base of operations may be convenient. In that case, having a shared space may be perfect. However, if you have to meet some high-end clients, or if each sale is critically important from a financial perspective, you may be better off with having an exclusive office. Co-working companies like Regus and WeWork offer the ability to rent private offices as well. So even in that scenario, you may still be able to avoid signing a commercial lease if having that flexibility serves the needs of your business better. If customer trust is very important to the nature of your business, then a regular commercial space will always make more sense. For example, if you're involved in finance of any kind, then meeting customers in a co-working facility would always be very bad form. Whether you're a private equity firm, a hedge fund, or a wealth management company, you would certainly be better off with exclusive demised office space in order to fit the needs of your clients. Now, what if you're a tech company, a marketing or advertising agency, or public relations firm? If you are just starting out and you have fewer than 5 employees, then it's possible that a co-working space could fill your needs, at least until your company gains more traction in the marketplace. However, you would ultimately want to transition to regular office space as soon as your company can reasonably afford it. Co-working spaces become very costly once the number of employees increases, and the overall work efficiency will certainly take a hit. After all, you control very little about your office space in a co-working facility. You can't create a customized build-out to suit the needs of your business, which is especially important in today's climate where many landlords are willing to go above and beyond for tenants when it comes to build-outs, as well as offering more months of free rent plus other perks. At a co-working facility, you'll be sharing meeting rooms and other amenities with other co-working members, and you are stuck with whatever shared internet service the co-working facility happens to have, even if it's too slow or too unreliable for your needs. It may also be difficult to gain privacy for important phone calls, and co-working facilities are far from ideal if you have to meet with prominent clients on a regular basis. Often those facilities can't be accessed after hours, so if you have projects with tight deadlines, you may end up working from home anyway. Many co-working facilities are located in beautiful Class A buildings, such as the Chrysler Building here in Manhattan. While that seems great, it's also the reason why these services end up being rather expensive. It may be much more cost-effective for your business to lease a larger amount of office space in a Class B or a nicer Class C building instead, and you would save even more money if your business doesn't need to be located on a major avenue. With that said, let's talk about location. Given the comparatively limited number of co-working facilities that exist in any city, the available location options for regular commercial office space are vastly greater. This is especially true now because of a very large number of office space vacancies in New York City today. Another location-related consideration is that many areas of Manhattan often have specific types of businesses clustered together within a small number of blocks. The area around Varick Street was a location for many printing concerns in the past. The flower-related industries may be found in Chelsea. Many of my viewers may have heard of the Diamond District on 47th Street between 5th and 6th Avenues, or the famous Garment District located between West 35th and 40th Streets. Depending on the nature of your business, it may make more sense for your company to be located close to other businesses of the same type. You may gain additional credibility, find more vendors, as well as more potential referral business in these parts of Manhattan. Even if you end up as a competitor with your neighbor, it's not uncommon for competitors to refer business out when they are not able to service the needs of a particular customer. The wider selection of locations for dedicated commercial office space will also make it easier for you and your employees to commute to the office, depending on where they are coming from. Co-working facilities are usually selected to have a convenient access to public transportation, but you could still minimize your commute time further by choosing an even more optimal location for your company. The commute time you'll save in the process will really add up in the long run. Finally, let's talk about financial considerations. Many customers of co-working spaces are either trying a brand new business or they're not profitable enough at that point in time to justify signing a long-term commercial lease. In some of those situations, a co-working space may indeed be more cost-effective. As a regular commercial tenant, you are not only paying a base monthly rent, you also pay additional rent charges for electricity, your proportionate share of real estate tax increases over base year, and often for miscellaneous charges such as water, sprinkler, and security guard charges. You may also have to pay for your own cleaning services, which is not true of co-working facilities. However, the bottom line is that co-working space is significantly more expensive on a per square foot basis simply because the owner of that space is trying to keep it profitable while paying their own rent, additional rent, and wages for employees servicing that space. That's why, as your business grows and the number of your employees increase, the financial formula will eventually shift to make traditional office space more attractive, especially when considering all the perks that private commercial office space would offer you. I hope this video helps you get a glimpse into the world of co-working and traditional office space and understand some of the differences between them, as well as their pros and cons from the perspective of a business. If you have any stories or thoughts of your own when it comes to co-working space or commercial space in general, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you found this content interesting or helpful, I'd be happy if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can always find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @MetroManhattan. Until the next time.